Hey, what's B2 here from Grumpy OGs up against Swag in G2 World Guild Battle. Now originally this wasn't a video I was planning on recording, so I ended up just recording the replays. So you'll get to see how I typically do my World Guild Battle when I'm not recording Siege. So I kind of mess around a bit more than I usually do. For this one, it was just kind of a safe team. Surprisingly, the Carcano survived with 1 HP though, making this a lot sketchier than it needed to be. There goes the Carcano. If he kills the Sonya, we might have a really bad time here. So we're trying to keep her alive. This Carcano's 1 HP. He procs, he kills the Sonya. Now it's a 2v1 against this Shazam, and I don't have any destroy on the Miang, so it's just going to take a while, but we do end up winning this one. Alright, GG's, on to the next battle. So we are actually hitting Lightman. He has some really crazy runes. This is a legend player here. Now for the next one, we're going to use this Jean, Leo, and Helena. There was nothing too scary about this defense. I had even thought about dotting it, but I wanted to play this one a little bit safer. We kill the Dominic, and if we can control this Kraka, then we don't have much to worry about. I can kill the Clara, and I think we do right there with the skill 2, and there we go for another win. So for this next one, I kind of wanted to have a little bit of fun, and I brought out the Suicide Trio, knowing that the Dark Ryu has a extend duration there, and yeah, so it looked like it was getting really sketchy here. We're gonna try to kill the Siri because she is the main damage dealer. Luckily she switches targets, so the Samath gets to use his skill 2 off. She kills the Ayunu, he comes back, kills her, and now we can target the Dark Ryu. We left him 1 HP. The Frigate's gonna boost him up, but he doesn't take a turn. He throws a couple of bombs on our units, but we do have the second life on the Perna, so we don't have much to worry about if for whatever this guy has crazy bomb damage, which he doesn't, and we proc, killing him. GG's. For this next one, I went in with a really interesting team. So I remember using Vermos, Josephine +1 for an Orion defense. I can't remember what the +1 is. I think it was probably a Lulu. So the really nice thing is we have the Josephine here for the cleanse, and then she could take the turn, she can land the stuns. We have the Vermos here for the cleanses as well, and then we can get some revenges from the Josephine and the Leica. The only thing is, this is the PvE Vermos that I used to use. He's on a rage set, and he's like HP, crit damage HP or something, so he's really not going to be taking turns, and he's going to be doing a decent amount of damage, but not all that much without a defense break. So we're kind of banking on the Josephine and the Leica to kind of carry here. If we can kill that Sierra, then we don't have all too much to worry about, but we're gonna have to wait to take a turn here. There he goes. They start targeting the Vermos. He gets bombed. Is he going to die here though? So he didn't get the cleanse on the bomb. Now we should be able to kill this Sierra with the Leica. This is looking really bad here, but we kill the Sierra and we cleanse the bomb. Now it's a 3v2. They start targeting the Josephine. She should be able to take a turn here if she has that passive. She does, and it's looking pretty good. We land the stun. This guy's trying to win, but the Leica's getting some of those counters in. There goes the Vermos, taking like the first or second turn of the match. And yeah, we're gonna try to kill this guy first, and then that Orion is basically going to get cooked. Alright, GG's. Now for this last one, I was kind of curious to see if this would work. We're going to hit this Miang, Dark Monkey King, and Trix defense with Luis, Hagang, and Bellanes. I think the Rika would have been a lot better for this one, but we're just going to go ahead and see how this one went. We're going to try to kill whatever we can here. The only thing is we kind of lack damage, and since the Miang has the heal and the somewhat cleanse on the skill 3, this can be pretty annoying. So my main target was that Dark Monkey King. I think it might have been better if I tried to kill the Trix because of his passive. His passive actually does a lot if you're not paying attention to it. But yeah, I was focusing on the Dark Monkey King because it seemed like it was doing a decent amount of damage, and I was kind of scared if they landed a defense break and he hit and then the Miang hit, something was going to die. And then we also have to watch out for her skill 2, because if she lands on the defense break and the Bellanes dies, that's basically a GG. But they kept proccing a lot, so it made this a lot more difficult than it needed to be. and we couldn't really land anything on them whenever we needed to. As you'll see in a little bit, we do end up killing the Dark Monkey King. Even though he got away with it right there, we're able to kill him with the Luis, and then it becomes a 3v2. They snipe the Bellow Nest here, unfortunately, and then it becomes a 2v2. And in order for us to win, we have to land that defense break, and then the Luis has to proc killing the Mayang, but as you'll see, that doesn't happen. And then right here we do end up losing the Hey Gang, so it's basically a loss. On to the next set where we have a bit more fun, and all of the defenses are going to be LD defenses. And what I mean by all LD defenses, I mean like every single mon is an LD unit, which is pretty crazy. It's also pretty crazy that we survived that initial wave. So now we just got to try to kill this Dark Trident. Nice proc right here. We're going to be able to kill him and maybe do a decent chunk. Okay, we did a really decent chunk onto the Celia. She dies. And then we also kill the Nephthys. Like I said, since it's all LD units, if you're free to play, you might want to close your eyes. And if you're a whale, you might want to hide your credit card because you're going to want to spend more. So this got really sketchy. We weren't able to cut in with the Hey Gang boost. We land the triple dots. Can we heal up a bit here? Yes, we do. We're going to try to land the stun here. We land it on the Ludia and the Asima. We're going to use the skill 4. Alright, looking like we might be able to win this. We're boosting her up so she can die to the dots. Now we can switch targets. She does die. This guy is going to use Holy Ground, cleanse everything up. Okay, she targets the Nora and the Nora dies. So we got to kill the Ludia since she's doing the damage. She dies. And now it's a 2v1 against this dude, and yeah, this was a sketchy match, and we do end up winning it, surprisingly. Now for the next defense, we have a pretty stacked defense of Tianlang, Lima, and Kiki. Bye bye Kiki. And we even sniped the Lima. Now it's a 3v1 against this Tianlang. We throw the Oblivion. He's really not going to do jack shit. And yeah, this one's going to be another win. OPLD defenses. Crazy to see all these LDs stacked together. There he goes. On to the next one. Let's see what we have here. So we have the Light Puppeteer, we have Veronica, and we have the Light Alicia. I can't think of her name right now. We don't really have too much to worry about. I kind of wanted a Juno solo it, but to play it safe, I just threw in some other units and then hit auto. And yeah, it basically works because they don't have too much damage. It's mainly a bunch of CC. If the Veronica gets her skills off onto all those debuffs, then yeah, she might do some damage. But if you kill her first, then there's really not much to worry about. There he goes. Now it's a 3v1 against the Light Alicia, and she will be going down right here. GG's. Now for the last attack, we have a full dark defense. We have Wunsa, Jara, and I can't think of his name right now, Pater. So we're going to try to kill something as soon as possible. It does get a little sketchy because they do have the strips from both the Wunsa and the Pater. The Pater actually does a decent amount of damage. We killed the Jara though. And now all we have to do is kind of turn cycle, heal up a bit, snipe one of the units, and then we can snipe the other one. Imagine having all these LDs at your disposal. It's so crazy. And I might have said earlier that I was using like a bunch of just like sketchy teams. And I guess what I meant by that is like I wasn't thinking. I was just like, okay, this preset's there, I'm gonna throw it in. And then I did come up with some like random, I guess, fun teams, like the Vermos one that was definitely sketchy, and then the dot team that actually ended up working out as well. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do my World Guild Battle. I don't really think about it too much unless we need a win. If we're close to winning and we need to get all the points possible, then I'll try hard for it. But typically I just go in with whatever, especially for winning it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I wasn't originally planning on recording this. I shared the replays and then I thought, oh wow, there's a bunch of LDs in that second attack. It's really impressive, so I thought you guys would be interested in that as well. And then the sketchy matches that ended up winning were pretty nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.